Hello, you're watching VNA News and now headlines.
Top leaders pay tribute to late President Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh City's industrial parks expect more foreign investment. Day Duke Flower Village blooms as Tet is approaching.
On February 3rd, leaders of the party's State, National Assembly, Government and Vietnam for the Land Front paid tribute to late President Ho Chi Minh at his mausoleum in Hanoi on the occasion of the 86th founding anniversary of the Communist Party of Vietnam. Party General Secretary Nguyen, National Assembly Chairman Nguyen, Prime Minister Nguyen, and President of the Vietnam for the Land Front Central Committee Nguyen were present at the ceremony to show their respect and gratitude to the late president, the founder of the party. The establishment of the Communist Party on February 3, 1930, was an important turning point in the country's revolutionary history, marking a milestone in its development path. Over the past 86 years, under the leadership of the party, Vietnam has overcome many difficulties and challenges and achieved great accomplishments during the reform process. The delegation also laid a wreath at the monument to war heroes and martyrs. On the same day, delegations from the Central Military Commission, the Ministries of Defense and Public Securities, and the Party Committee and People's Committee of Hanoi also showed their respect to President Ho Chi Minh, heroes and martyrs. Also on February 3rd, Party General Secretary Nguyen offered the best wishes to incumbent and former leaders of the party and state, as well as the entire Vietnamese people, on the occasion of the Lunar New Year festival. The party chief highlighted important and comprehensive attainments reached in 2015, including the continued economic recovery, growth beyond expectations, a stabilized macroeconomy, and an accelerated economic restructuring through adaptations made to the country's growth model. While people's living standards were improved at home, external activities and international integration gained a prominence that helped promote Vietnam's stature in the world. According to the party leader, defense and security were enhanced, and national sovereignty was firmly safeguarded. The 13th National Assembly approved a number of laws which institutionalized the 2013 Constitution and met the demands of the new phase of national development. He also underlined the particular success of the congresses of old-level party organizations and the 12th National Party Congress, adding that those achievements were garnered thanks to the all-out efforts of the entire nation under the party's sound leadership and the state's active and effective management. The accomplishments also manifest the strength of Vietnam's great national unity. At the gathering, the party chief and other participants toasted the success of the 12th National Party Congress, the 86th founding anniversary of the Communist Party of Vietnam, the Lunar New Year, as well as the steps forward the country has taken in national construction and development. Later on the day, the party Central Committee's Secretariat held a function with almost 150 prominent intellectuals, scientists, writers and artists. On behalf of the Political Bureau and the Secretariat, General Secretary Nguyen congratulated intellectuals, scientists, writers and artists on their great achievements in 2015 and wished them attain more successes in 2016. The party leader urged all intellectuals, scientists, writers and artists to uphold the spirit of patriotism, the will of self-reliance and the strength of great national unity to realize the resolution of the 12th National Party Congress and accomplish socio-economic development targets as well as major tasks set for this year. The same day, State President Sang paid a pre-tate visit to the Red River Delta province of Nguyen. More details in the following report.
President Sang offered incense in tribute to the parents of late Party General Secretary Nguyen and visited the party leader's memorial house. After that, President Sang and local officials offered incense at the house of worship dedicated to President Ho Chi Minh's mother in Hồng Tien Commune, Quai Châu District. At a later meeting with the local officials and people, the President acknowledged the province's efforts to overcome difficulties and maintain its economic growth rate at 7.8% in 2015. He urged the province to restructure its agricultural production while calling investment in high technology to increase the product's added values and become a link of the supply chain. The state leader also asked the local administration to pay more attention to social beneficiaries, poor households and soldiers so that everybody can enjoy a warm Lunar New Year festival.
Foreign investment in Ho Chi Minh City's industrial parks and export processing zones is expected to rise this year as Vietnam is scheduled to sign the Trans-Pacific Partnership on February 4th.
The Ho Chi Minh City Industrial Parks and Export Processing Zones Authority said last year foreign capital in these establishments rose to $553 million, 59% higher than in 2014. Foreign enterprises operate mostly in textiles, food and chemicals, among other products and services. The authority targets attracting investment capital of $700 million from foreign and domestic enterprises. Last year, the city's industrial parks and export processing zones lured more than $840 million in total investment, an increase of 11.74% compared to 2014. Capital from domestic projects, however, fell by about 29%. This year, the authority will focus on the support industry, which serves four main industries of mechanics, electronics, computers, chemicals, food processing, and high technology.
By January 20th, lending declined 0.21% against the end of last year. The central bank said, despite the decline, lending in the first month this year was still more optimistic than the same period last year, when it decreased 0.5%. A recent survey by the State Bank of Vietnam showed credit institutions have also been optimistic about the ability of businesses to take loans this year. Under the survey, the institutions expected outstanding loans to surge to 21.4% on average, much higher than the 14.57% forecast in the same survey in late 2014. The central bank this year also targeted a credit growth of 18% to 20%. However, the rate might be adjusted flexibly based on the actual situation, the same as in 2015. In 2015, the central bank first targeted a credit growth rate of 13%, but then adjusted it between 15% and 18% to meet the rising capital demands of the economy. The General Department of Customs has announced that it will continue reforming administrative procedures and enhancing application of information technology in 2016.
The sector will also continue working closely with relevant bodies on monitoring, handling and combating smuggling and trade fraud. Human resource development and management will also be among the key tasks of the sector this year, in line with the approved strategy for customs development up to 2020. In 2015, the agency collected $11.69 billion for the state budget, fulfilling its target. As many as 19,735 cases of smuggling were handled by the department last year, worth a total of $20.6 million, up 6.98% from 2014.
The government has agreed to add 2,275 disadvantaged commutes in 48 provinces and cities nationwide to the list of beneficiaries from Program 135 in the 2016 to 2020 period. Among those, 2,240 commutes will receive investments sourced from the state budget, while the others in the provinces of Quảng Ninh, Khánh Hòa and Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu and Hanoi will be subsidized by their respective local budgets. Most of these disadvantaged commutes belong to the northern mountainous provinces of Cao Bằng, Hà Giang, Lào Cai, Lạng Sơn, Sơn La, Điện Biên, and the central province of Thanh Hóa. In 2015, 80 commutes in 23 provinces and cities across the country were recognized as having fulfilled the targets of the program. The program invested in 6,000 extremely disadvantaged areas, including border commutes and extremely disadvantaged hamlets, with total funding of nearly 7.8 trillion dong, equivalent to $347.77 million. Launched in 1999, the program aims to improve living conditions for local residents in mountainous, rural, and border areas, with a focus placed on ethnic minority communities. A calligraphy festival welcoming the Lunar New Year is taking place in Hanoi's Temple of Literature. We went along to take a look.
As part of the Lunar New Year tradition, nearly 100 calligraphers at the festival will offer calligraphy works in both Vietnamese and Chinese characters for people to adorn their homes or as gifts in hopes of bringing health and good luck in the coming year. An exhibition is showcasing nearly 100 artworks by local calligraphers around the Literature Lake. The event will run until February 15. Calligraphy is considered an art of spirit involving both external and internal beauty. The artists must invoke their minds and souls to create their lively handwriting and stir an emotional response. In Vietnam, homes are commonly adorned with the artwork to bring best wishes for a new year of prosperity and happiness.
Renowned as the biggest flower plantation in northern Vietnam, Tay Tiệu Village is glowing with a range of colors as the Lunar New Year festival is approaching.
This is Mr. Nguyễn Hữu Nhan's flower garden. Like many other flower farmers in Tay Tiệu Village, he is busy preparing the flowers for Tết holidays. Mr. Nhan's beautiful yellow daisies will sell for about 2,000 Vietnam dong each. Aside from his regular walk-ins, Nhan often sells the flowers in large quantities to small traders, who will bring them to the city to sell. On normal days, our flowers are often sold at the local market, but during special occasions like Tết holidays, buyers come directly to our fields to get the freshest flowers. Like Mr. Nhan, Ms. Linh also owns one of the biggest flower fields in the village. When the Lunar New Year festival comes, she and her entire family work together in the fields to meet the high demand for flowers. The prices often fluctuate during the holidays, but Ling's gorgeous lilies are usually worth around 35,000 to 50,000 Vietnam dong each.
The Tay Tiệu Village is well known for its flowers, from daisies, roses to lilies. Many traders come to buy our flowers during Tết.
The majority of the villagers make their living by growing flowers. The quality of their flowers is now on par with those grown in the central highland city of Đà Lạt. The Tay Tiệu Flower Village earned its reputation a few decades ago, with its plantation land spanning over 500 hectares. It is capable of providing flowers for traders in northern border provinces and buyers throughout the country.
And that has wrapped up our news bulletin. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye for now.